It's one thing to win a trade, it's another to be consistently successful. In this month's Trading Performance webinar, John talks about winning big over time, what it takes to make money, and how best to minimize risk. For those serious about becoming successful, consistently profitable options traders, now is the time to build skills in technical analysis, market analysis, and applied volatility to get those results. We have multiple memberships, starting with our Go membership that teaches rules-based trading and our Pro membership that teaches more subjective trading. For more information, go to lockeinyoursuccess.com/memberships.
I'm going to talk today in the perspective of a pro-level trader. So understand that as you're coming up, as you're newer, you're going to have certain perspectives about trading. You're going to have certain perspectives about the market. And you do need, especially if you're doing the income type of trading that a lot of us do, I know some of us are doing directional, but you do need to spend a certain amount of time going through certain processes. With the income trading, part of that is really gaining an understanding of the strategies in general and trading them non-subjectively for a little while. But you don't want to get caught up in trying to find this perfect non-subjective trade that you're going to trade blindly for now and forever into the future and hope that it continues to make money forever into the future. That is not, it's a place to start. It's a phase I think a lot of us go through, but it's not a place to stay. If you stay there, I can tell you where it's going, right? When you start looking for that magical trade that you're going to trade non-subjectively forever, it leads to coming in, trading a strategy. They're high probability strategies. They win most of the time. Going through a period of wins, sizing up, taking a loss. Oh my goodness, the trade lost. Breaking even over that period of time, jumping into another strategy and going through the same process again. That is, I think, a phase we all go through. Some people, unfortunately, never leave it, but if we're going to be good pro-level traders, it's something that we kind of need to get past. So, and again, this is a pro-level meeting, and a performance meeting. So we're going to be talking about winning big over time, something we all like to do, right? We all want to make a lot of money over time. It contains two different subjects. We have the subject of making money, and then we have the subject of containing risk. And I want to be very clear that I'm not saying minimizing risk. Okay, there's two very different those are two very different subjects and two very different concepts. So in trading, we risk money in order to potentially make money. Making money in trading requires the risk of loss. Doesn't include the risk of loss. It doesn't mean you might lose. It means it requires the risk of loss. Understand that as a trader, the moment you're no longer willing to experience loss, you have lost. And you're doing so at the expense of potential profits. Let's talk about containing risk versus minimizing risk. Okay, minimizing risk. By default, you do not give yourself a chance to win. By default, you're preventing yourself from gaining larger returns. Let's just give an example, right? So if I have this particular trading style, and if my style allows me to make $10,000 on a trade from time to time, losing $2,000 isn't a big deal. Breaking even for a few trades isn't a big deal. Because I might make $10,000, and I do experience that gain from time to time. However, if you go to the other extreme, right, and you consistently cut your profits off at $200 for the purpose of minimizing risk and minimizing the chance you might lose a trade and minimizing the chance that you might be up money and you might end up losing the trade or being down a little bit of money from where your top number is, if you turn around and you say, I'm going to consistently cut my profits off or at $200, then losing $2,000 creates a significant problem for your long-term profitability. It also creates a situation where I have to maintain size, right? If I'm trading a certain size and I take this and I'm making $200 and I do it a lot, and I take this $2,000 loss, psychologically, that's a pretty big blow for me. Your objective as a trader is essentially to maximize opportunity when the market provides opportunity and to keep the damage within reasonable parameters when it goes against you. This is how you're going to make money. So the point being, to be a pro trader, you must be freely willing to risk. Risk losing the trade, risk losing unrealized profits, so that you can experience the big wins and be wildly profitable when the market goes in your favor. And when you do that, when you allow yourself to be wildly profitable and you contain your losses, that is when things really start to turn around. That's when you can really start to make money as a trader. There's going to be those times when the market does present us with huge opportunity to make a lot of money. There's going to be times when the market will not cooperate and create lower returns for us for a particular trade, or sometimes even significant losses for a particular trade. All these things come into play. But one of the biggest understandings that you need to continually remind yourself of, because your brain actually goes there a lot, but your objective as a pro level trader is not to win every trade. This is not an objective. Your objective is to maximize opportunity when the market provides us with opportunity and to keep damage within reasonable parameters when the market goes against you. Again, we didn't say to minimize your damage. We said to keep it within reasonable parameters. To be a pro trader, you must be freely willing to risk losing the trade, risk losing unrealized profits, so that you can experience the big wins that will allow you to be wildly profitable as a trader. Your job as an elite trader shouldn't be to win a particular trade. It's not to hit a profit target. It's not a smooth equity curve. This is the biggest killer of profits here. I have to have a smooth equity curve. That's the best way to not make money. It's not to blindly follow a set of rules. And it's certainly not to eliminate risk. None of these are your job as an elite trader. Your job is identifying lower risk, high reward opportunities and riding those opportunities for so long as they are present, and then exiting when that opportunity is no longer present or when a substantially better opportunity comes apparent. It doesn't matter if you're up money. It doesn't matter if you're down money. You don't get attached to your position. Your position is just a tool that you're using to take advantage of a certain marketplace. When that tool is not effective for what the market's doing, you take the tool and you toss it aside and you bring in another tool. The idea of these feel good, right? The idea of a smooth equity curve, that feels good. If I can go in and I can win 2% every month and I can, and I can beat the S&P 500, boy, that feels good to me. But it's not going to make you money. It's just the idea of that feels good, right? The idea of hitting a profit target and exiting a trade at a profit target feels good, but it's not going to make you money. It's like a lot of things in life. Eating a piece of cake might feel good, but it's not going to keep you fit, right? Exercising might not feel good, but again, it's something that gives you it will give you pleasure over the long term. It might be a little bit painful over the short term. So while a lot of things feel good, or the thought of a lot of things feel good, they're often very bad for your long-term success in any area of life. And it's the same thing here with trading. A lot of the stuff that feels good is a problem. A lot of the stuff that feels bad is actually probably pretty good for you.